Well, as you can see from the Yamaha truck, it is that time.
We are in Cypress, California, doing another This Just In, because it's time to swap bikes, our long-term loaner bikes.
So there was a lot more that we were hoping to get to do with this R7 before bringing it back here to California, and you can see the drive from Colorado out here to Cypress. It definitely got both of these bikes pretty dirty. But the weather in Colorado, the weather that did this, has just been so bad, we didn't get to ride it as much as we wanted to.
No, we talk about this all the time, that riding in Colorado is so great because it snows and then it melts like 2 days later and you get to ride pretty much year round. But this year's been brutal. Yeah, it's been cold. We had our coldest day in like, I don't know, 40 some years or 50 some years. And yeah, it's just been miserable and never ending. So yeah, I wish we could have done more with this bike. But we're returning it to Yamaha to pick up another, and hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more with the bike we're picking up this time. We just have to cross our fingers that we don't get a lot of snow. So yeah, the R7's going away. What do you think of this bike, Case?
Oh my God, it is so good. I mean, I understand why people miss the R6, and I mean, you can speak to that as well as anybody, but for a bike to ride around on the street, this R7 is so phenomenal. CP2, as always, shines in this motorcycle, and it's just a great all-around package.
Yeah, it's great. I love it because, like you said, it's a great package on the street. I had a blast at the track with it. I've seen a lot of other people come to this bike to use as a track bike, so it's a do-everything machine. And
it's good looking.
It looks great, yeah. I mean, it's classic Yamaha Super Sport styling in a much more friendly road package. Yeah, this engine is just awesome. It sounds good, it's fun to ride, it's torquey. I really have no complaints with this bike.
Yeah,
really
so
liked it.
You know, we're not done with the R7. We'll be back on R7s at some point, but we're picking up another motorcycle that will have a longer press loan on, so going into the spring, we'll be able to do some more riding. So should we go ahead and drop this guy off?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll wheel it up there and grab a new one.
What is this, Alex?
This is an XSR 900. I'm really stoked about it. This is a real pretty bike.
This is so good looking.
Let's get it out in the sun and then we can kind of walk around a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man.
Ooh, I'm excited about this one, Case.
So we did a little video of our favorite bikes that we rode last year, and what was number one?
A Yamaha XSR 900. We both agreed on it.
Yeah, we did. And now what do we have here but an XSR 900 in the best color? Because they also do these in black, but how could you not go for the blue?
Yeah, the blue's the way to go, and actually they're killing off the black for next year. So the only year you could get the all black one, the Raven color was the first year they did them. This is the only color for 2023.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because this is such a good color combo. Now, really our big complaint with this bike is that they're just impossible to get your hands on, but I guess that's part of the fun of having a YouTube channel, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Yamaha heard us complaining about how hard these are to get, and they said they could loan us one.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our new long-term loaner for the next couple months, and I'm super stoked about this because not only is it the newer version of the CP3 that I already have in my MT-09, but it's got all the modern tech and everything, and it's got styling that both Case and I agree is just really killer.
This is a really, really sharp bike, and the cool thing is, you know, CP3, also a really fantastic engine. It's one that Alex has had a lot of experience with. I mean, you've owned two bikes with the CP3, right?
I have, yeah, Tracer 900 and now an MT-09.
Well, and your current motorcycle, your MT-09, is, I mean, more or less, it shares a lot of this. Of course, it's the older generation, so the previous version of the CP3, and there are some differences between the XSR and the MT currently that come down to the chassis itself, right?
Yeah, riding position I think is a little more aggressive actually on the XSR, which a lot of people are surprised to hear. Your legs are up higher, you're hunched over a little more, so a little sportier. But the swing arm's also a little longer than an MT-09, so it's a little more stable. You don't quite get that crazy, you know, flick into a corner feeling that you might get on an MT-09.
Yeah, but for the most part, mechanically, it's got all of the perks of an MT-09, of which there are many, and then visually, I mean, look at this bike.
Yeah, I mean,
so pretty.
I'm, to be honest, not a huge fan of the new MT-09 styling. Like that front end, just, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. But this does. This tank, just the super long tank with the old school Yamaha racing colors from the 80s.
Look at the tops of the fork tubes and the headlight mounting brackets. I mean,
yeah, I like these quarter turn fasteners like on a race bike, and you've even got some nice detail in the hardware holding the rear seat on.
The blue and the gold and the yellow, oh my God.
Check this out too. Most bikes have like a big bracket and then just the peg folds down. The whole bracket folds down, so it really tucks up out of the way and looks pretty clean.
Yeah, they put so much thought into design on this bike. So we are gonna see a bunch of videos with this coming up very soon, because this is a motorcycle that both Alex and I are unbelievably excited about.
Yeah, exactly. Now we've got our Z900 loaded in the Ford Ranger. We've had that for a couple months as well. So yeah, we're gonna head on down to Kawasaki. It's about an hour drive from here, and we'll show you what we're swapping out for that, because I think it makes a lot of sense with these two bikes we have here.
Well, and just like that, we have the Z900 back at Kawasaki's facility.
Yeah, I really like this bike. I had a lot of fun with it. We did a comparison between this and my MT-09, and I couldn't get over how much I like the riding position on this bike. That's definitely what won me over. Plus, it's got a cool screen. It's got decent tech, not amazing. And it's in this cool 50th anniversary edition, which kind of throws back to some of the old color schemes Kawasaki used to do. But yeah, really comfortable bike, and again, my main takeaways were riding position and how it feels like you're sitting in the bike instead of on top of it, and I really like that feeling.
It's also cool to have an option here with the Z900 that is a 4-cylinder rather than a 3-cylinder, because we love the Yamaha, we love the CP3, but it's just good to have options.
Yeah, and the Triumph is a triple too, so 2 of the 3 bikes in this class really are triples.
Yeah, so Kawasaki sticking with a 4-cylinder is really cool. So we are sad to see this bike go, but not too sad, because we're picking up something very cool.
Yeah, we're picking up something similar too. So same story as the R7. We didn't get a whole lot of seat time on this because of the snow, but the bike we're picking up is similar in some ways, so we'll be able to test that out more.
Well, here we go. If you hadn't guessed it, we picked up a Z900 RS, which is basically the same badass bike that we just dropped off, but this is the retro version of it. And one of the reasons that we're so excited to have this version of the Z900 is because the Yamaha that we just picked up is also the retro version of that 900. So now we are going to have 2 retro 900 naked bikes. And just look at this. I mean, the black, red, and gold paint finish on this motorcycle. And I actually like how retro some of these bits are. I think this is a bit more retro than the Yamaha. I like the chrome bars, I like the analog gauges, the big chrome headers. I mean, this is a really good looking bike. I much prefer this to the more new styled Z900. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I really like the retro styling on this bike. Not that I'm not a fan of the standard Z900, I think that's a pretty good looking bike too, but I totally agree with you that while both the bikes we're picking up are retro bikes, this is definitely leans more to the retro side, and the XSR 900 is like the new retro bike, the modern retro bike. So both modern powertrains, both modern tech, but yeah, just definitely a little more old school and a little more classic with this here.
So we're gonna go ahead and get these motorcycles loaded up, and then we'll wrap it. Now we have 2 motorcycles in the bed of the Ranger, which, by the way, is a tight squeeze. It's not easy getting all of this stuff in the bed of this truck.
Yeah, we made it work, but I'd much prefer having a half-ton or a heavy-duty truck, because the beds are just a little wider and have more tie-downs, or not more tie-downs, but bigger tie-downs usually. Yeah, we made this work. The way we had to do it was kind of put the bikes at an angle, so slide the back wheels out to the corners. That way we had enough room for the ramps in the center. And also, because these bikes are very similar in ergonomics, their bars line up with each other. So we had to turn the bars of the Z900 RS to the left, and then kind of slide the XSR 900 in underneath it. We also took off the bar end mirror just to make a little more clearance. So can you transport 2 full-size motorcycles in a mid-size truck? Absolutely, yes you can. Would I prefer a half-ton? Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about this truck is that it's pretty low to the ground. So in terms of the height that we're loading to, I mean, you know, it's just above the knee. So it's not that nice. Yeah, that part of it, that's nice. Obviously, being from Colorado, we have to have 4-wheel drive trucks. Definitely some 2-wheel drive trucks sit lower would be easier to load bikes into, but width-wise, it's not ideal. Anyway, the bikes are strapped down, they're solid, they are good to go on over to Colorado, where hopefully we'll get some more riding time on these, because we're getting towards the part of the year where we should have some more nice days at least. We've just been getting hammered recently.
Yeah, I don't think our bad luck can continue for that long. So we should have some nice warm days coming up, and we'll be able to put these to the test. And yeah, I think a full review for both of them. We also need to do some comparisons because they compete. So there's at least 3 videos right there, but if there's anything specific you want to see, let us know. Maybe we'll drag race them. I think that'd be a good video.
I think something else that would be fun too is just to go on some nice rides around our area. Just have some good riding adventures on these 2 bikes and do some videos of us enjoying them, using them exactly what they're designed for.
Exactly, there you go. Anyway, let us know down in the comments below which of these 2 bikes you'd take home with you if it were up to you. And again, if there's anything you want to see with them. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.